Productions. Hey, Burger King, no Burger King. When the man burger bless and buy a chicken wing, for something. Go a chow man cook a kaka chow mein, awa, no chow mein. I is a man I like to eat ramen, as what coming. Burger King, no Burger King. When the man burger bless and buy a chicken wing, for something. Go a chow man cook a kaka chow mein, awa, no chow mein. I is a man I like to eat ramen, as what coming. So baby girl, what you want me to do? But that causing that I cannot even buy groceries for two. But that causing that ek me a trail my way that I live boo. But that causing that who capping give me a mad burger. What? Kisa? Mad Burger King? No Burger King. When the man burger bless and buy a chicken wing, for something. Go a chow man cook a kaka chow mein, awa, no chow mein. I is a man I like to eat ramen, as what coming. Burger King, no Burger King. When the man burger bless and buy a chicken wing, for something. Go a chow man cook a kaka chow mein, awa, no chow mein. I is a man I like to eat ramen, as what coming. Well, baby girl, hope that you understand. But that causing that Christmas coming, I'm not buying no ham. But that causing that instead to stay home and we drink some rum. But that causing that you telling me you want to go in what? Top, Burger King? No Burger King. When the man burger bless and buy a chicken wing, for something. Go a chow man cook a kaka chow mein, awa, no chow mein. I is a man I like to eat ramen, as what coming. Burger King? No Burger King. When the man burger bless and buy a chicken wing, for something. Go a chow man cook a kaka chow mein, awa, no chow mein. I is a man I like to eat ramen, as what coming.
I letting you know, can't take it no more. I don't want no ramen, give me Burger King or I leave it for sure. I letting you know, Christmas come and go. I don't want no ramen, give me Burger King or I out of the door.
Burger King? No Burger King. When the man burger bless
Greetings and salutations, one and all.
a chow mein, awa, no chow mein.
How you doing?
Ramen, as what coming.
I get some ramen.
No Burger King. When the man burger bless and buy a chicken wing, for something. Go a chow man cook a kaka
Track called ramen.
awa, no chow mein.
The sound of Ambi
Ramen,
breaking out some Cupid.
ramen, as what coming. Burger King?
Big ups to everybody locked in right now. It's called the Night Shift with DJ Kevin Stew. Yours truly, Kevin Stew, holding it down for you. Tonight it's Healthy Love Night. And that's what happens on a Tuesday night right here, yeah?
Ramen, as
I
what.
want to say big ups to those who are locked in from near, from far.
What you want me to do?
Those on tune in the radio on the Night Shift with DJ Kevin Stew. Blessings.
For two. But that causing that ek me a trail my way.
I was bubbling in the stew pot on Zeno FM.
That who capping give me a mad burger. What?
Much love to you.
Mad Burger King? No Burger King. When the man
Big up to the massive from across the pond.
for some
Top of the morning to you, other than the yokai.
chow mein, awa, no chow mein.
King Genius, Queen Genius.
Ramen,
Blessings to you.
as what coming. Burger King?
Thank you for the continued support.
Man burger bless and buy a chicken wing, for something.
Those up there in the New Jersey area,
Awa, no chow.
much love to you.
I like to eat.
Locked in on NIE Radio. My brother from another mother, the motivator.
Well, baby girl, hope that you understand. But that causing that Christmas coming, I'm not buying no ham. But that
Also out of New Jersey,
to stay home and
Mix102.com.
but that
And
come.
their sister station out of Jamaica, Earth 96 FM.
Burger King.
With Symbol putting in the work.
When the man burger bless and buy a chicken wing, for something. Go a chow man cook a kaka chow mein.
Much blessings every time, Symbol.
I is a man I like to eat ramen, as what.
Big ups to those who are locked in on the Foundation Radio Network, ClintonLindsay.com.
When the man burger bless and buy a chicken wing,
Veteran in the business.
go a chow man cook a kaka chow mein, awa, no chow mein. I is a man I like to eat ramen, as what coming.
Last week I was on, somebody said, wait,
Can't take it
Clinton Lindsay, I know that name from up in New York from back in the day. Yeah man, same Clinton Lindsay.
Christmas come and go. I don't want no ramen. Give me Burger King or I out of the door. Burger King.
Bringing quality same way.
I'm going to press and buy a chicken wing for something. Go and show my cook a chow.
I'll say big ups to those who are locked in on YouTube live.
I is a man I like to eat ramen.
G Angel, how you doing, my sister?
What's coming?
I want to say big ups to those who are locked in on the home of the night shift to DJ Kevin Stew, kevinstew.com, where you're encouraged to have acceptance through enlightenment.
No chow mein. I is a man.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. So glad to have you. Couldn't do it without you, and no word, I wouldn't even try.
No Burger King. When a man go to press and buy a chicken wing for something. Go and show my cook a chow mein. No chow mein. I is a man I like to eat ramen.
Track is called Ramen.
Ramen, as what's coming. So baby girl, what you want me to do? But that causing that I cannot even buy groceries for two. But that causing that ex me a trail my way that I live.
It's a nice vibe, don't it?
Causing that who's stopping him.
G Angel can't stop dancing, you know, boy.
No Burger King. When a
I want to say thank you to my segment sponsors.
for something.
On Jamaica Legal Defense Foundation,
Chow mein, no chow.
committed to protecting justice and equality for everyone, especially individuals who have been wrongfully accused, marginalized, or deprived of fair legal representation.
For something.
OJLDF believes every person deserves the opportunity to defend their rights regardless of their financial circumstances.
Ramen, as what's coming. Well,
And since democracy is central to Jamaican identity and institutions,
I mean, I'm not buying no harm. But
there's the awareness that the number of Jamaicans saying they do not trust the government has increased to the breaking point of government instability.
Burger King. No Burger King.
OJLDF is dedicated to defeating the threat to democracy.
Chow mein, no chow mein. I is a
And they're totally dedicated to holding public officials accountable.
no Burger
How do they go about doing this?
King. Buy a chicken wing.
Visit the website ojldf.net
Chow mein,
and see what they're doing.
no chow mein. I is a man I
And
like
of course, you can check
ramen, as
the broadcast on a Saturday,
You know,
Reason with Rattigan,
it's no more. I don't want no ramen. Give me Burger King or I leave.
with retired FBI supervisor Will Rattigan.
Christmas come and go. I don't want no ramen. Give me Burger King or I out of the door.
Burger King. No Burger King. When a man go to press and buy a
See how you can get involved.
for something. Go and show my cook a chow.
Make a donation to the foundation or to a movement that the foundation has embarked on. Like there was a drive to assist someone in the diaspora for a couple of weeks.
No Burger King. When a man go to press and
So if you want to donate to anything, tablet drive in Jamaica,
chow mein, no chow mein. I is
legal fees,
ramen,
just make a donation and specify.
coming. Burger King. No Burger King.
Thank you to Althea and her Healing Heavenly Hands. Althea SU is a licensed massage therapist
Chow mein.
operating in Broad County, North Miami-Dade and South Palm Beach counties. She comes to you, bringing her table, her oils, and over 20 years massage therapy experience.
Want me to do? But that causing that I cannot even buy groceries for two. But
So if you're in any of those areas,
I tell my way that I live. Ooh.
or plan to visit, or know someone that you want to gift a massage in the comfort of their own home
Fucking. When a man go to press and buy a chicken
or hotel,
for something.
wherever they are,
Chow my cook a chow mein.
call up Althea 954-655-9000.
Ramen.
That's 954-655-9000.
Burger King. No
She only has one request outside of paying her to get off her table and go sleep somewhere else when she's done.
chow my cook a chow mein.
That's called the Kevin Stew Clause.
Chow mein. I is a man I like to eat ramen.
You'll know it when you experience it.
Coming. Well, baby girl, hope that you understand. But that causing
Thank you to the Global Base, Global Digital.
no harm. But that causing
Global Digital navigates your journey across music, event marketing, and more.
that you telling me you want to.
It's a realm where social spheres awaken through their mastery. So go ahead and embrace the invitation to liberate your creativity, unbounded and free. Just like their consultation. Very much free. Global Bass is your catalyst for everything related to music production, radio, and event promotions. Check them out. globalbase.com. Sorry, the Global Base. DAGlobalBASE.com. I want to say thank you to Mike Neil Trucking. Mike Neil Trucking is a licensed and insured mover in the state of Florida, and it's veteran owned too. So if you're living in the Keys and want to move up to Jacksonville, Naples, want to move to Palm Beach or Pompano, looking to move to Pensacola, any point in between.
So baby girl, what you want me to
If you have things you want to put into storage, move around the corner, up the road, round the bend.
do?
You don't have the manpower, you don't have the transportation. Don't worry, you have the name, you have the number. Mike Neil Trucking.
What? Kiss her?
And if you want to take it a step further, move out of the state or even into the state of Florida, they got you.
Want something?
Call them up, McNeil Trucking, 954-406-9740.
Eyes a man, I like to eat ramen.
That's 954
Ramen.
406-9740.
When am I going to buy a chicken wing? Want something?
Call them up and tell them you heard about them on the night shift to DJ Kevin Steele.
Eyes a man, I like to eat ramen. As what coming? Well, baby girl, hope that you understand. That goes in that Christmas coming, I'm not buying no huh?
Right about now, I invite you to call a friend, tell a friend, the friends of your friends, friends of your enemies, enemies of your friends, and your enemies too. Call somebody, anybody, everybody, because it's a night shift to DJ Kevin Steele time, and it's Healthy Love Night.
When am I going to buy a chicken wing? Want something?
And tonight we're talking about biotics,
No chow
not bionics.
ramen.
Don't get it twisted.
Ramen.
Biotics.
Burger King. No Burger King. When am I going to buy a chicken wing? Want
And if it sounds vaguely familiar, then yeah, it's because you're very familiar with it.
Eyes a man, I like
Because everybody knows the famous biotic, antibiotic. Yeah.
Can't take it no more.
Have you taken antibiotics recently?
Burger King or Highland Butcher.
When was it that you last needed antibiotics? Do you remember what was going on?
I don't want no ramen.
What happened to you when you took the antibiotics?
no Burger
What were the recommendations?
King. Buy a chicken wing. Want something? Want chow mein, cook a chow mein. No chow.
You can share your experience with us tonight. Of course, the phone line is always open. I don't have a 954 number right now. 773-789-STEW is the number that gets you in touch. 773-789-7839. You can call, you can text, you can WhatsApp, you can Telegram.
Ramen. As what coming? Burger King.
That's the title of the track, Ramen.
When am I going to buy a chicken wing?
Ambi, working on with Cupid.
Chow mein, cook a chow mein.
Yeah, man, nice vibe, nice vibe. I enjoy it. All right, but so much of that right now. Biotics. First of all, does anybody know what biotic means? Because we know about antibiotics, we know about probiotics, right? But has anybody ever stopped and asked the question, wait. If you have antibiotics and you have probiotics, and we've heard a little bit about some prebiotics too, but we don't hear about that as much, do we? We're going to talk about it in a minute. But there are prebiotics. So if you have antibiotics, you have probiotics, you have prebiotics. What are biotics? Well, first of all, biotic is derived from the Greek biotikos, pertaining to life. So it refers to living organisms or factors produced by them in an ecosystem, such as plants or animals, bacteria, and along these or within these systems, their interactions. So it defines components of nature that are alive, including organic materials, competition, and predation. And some synonyms to biotics include biological, organic, and living. So now we know, or now we can associate biotic with something, right? And that something that we're associating it with is life or something living. That's your biotic. Now, let me just adjust up this mic a little bit. Now, if we have a biotic, and most of us, we got introduced to the word biotic by way of antibiotics. If the biotic is life, we know, we have a general idea of the prefix anti, right? Or anti. It is a common prefix, also derived from the Greek word meaning against. It's also a synonym could be opposite or counteracting. And it forms adjectives and nouns indicating opposition or prevention. Anti-social, anti-freeze, antibody, antibiotic. Now, if it is opposed to or the opposite of the prefix anti, then and biotic represents life or indicates life or means living. Antibiotic is opposed to living. And it kind of makes sense because if we get antibiotics when we have a bacterial infection, then boom, bang, bing. It is to kill off the bacteria, which is exactly what it is. Antibiotics are powerful medications that treat bacterial infections by killing bacteria or stopping them from multiplying. And they do this through destroying cell walls or inhibiting protein production. And common types of antibiotics include penicillins, like amoxicillin, cephalosporins, macrolides, and tetracyclines. And these are used for infections like strep throat and UTIs. And they're administered orally most times. And but there are also topical in the form of creams and ointments, and you can get them intravenously, as in through the veins. Now, it's interesting that something like this works to kill off bacteria, but it can have some uncomfortable side effects. One of those uncomfortable side effects includes nausea. Another is diarrhea. And sometimes you might end up with a rash. Funny enough, you've heard me talk about my run-in. So I had 2 run-ins with prostatitis, which roughly are loosely speaking, is just an inflammation of the prostate. My second run-in with prostatitis was after I got antibiotics. My first run-in with prostatitis, I had gotten antibiotics to address it. You see how interesting this is? Anyway, we're not talking about prostatitis, but we are talking about biotics. And by way of that, right now, antibiotics. Now, antibiotics target bacteria specifically by attacking their cell wall, disrupting reproduction, inhibiting protein production, and with some types acting immediately, some a little bit over time. Either way, it's usually prescribed that you get it in 5 to 7 day doses. Now, sometimes you may end up with a 10-day regimen, sometimes it's longer. But generally, it's for a short period of time. And I always heard about antibiotic resistance, which, when you think about antibiotics, you'd think, boy, it's this super medicine that works to stop bacteria. But one thing a lot of us fail to remember is that bacteria are living organisms. And the primary role of most living organisms is survival. So if you're going to introduce something to prevent that survival, they're going to find ways to counter that. And so you have to be careful about how you're taking antibiotics, because the bacteria can develop antibiotic resistance, and then you're going to need something stronger, or you just can't treat it. Now, of course, I'm no doctor. There's a DJ before my name, not a DR. And so what I'm saying, you may not want to take that as gospel. Speak to your medical professional. Of course, there's some type of truth to it. So as we talk about antibiotics, eatingwell.com had an article that was recently published, and they asked gastroenterologists if taking probiotics while taking antibiotics really helps. And what do you think they said? Basically, it goes like this. Antibiotics are essential for treating serious bacterial infections and can be life-saving. Human life, not the bacterial life. However, while they target harmful bacteria, they can also disrupt the balance of good bacteria in the gut microbiome. The unique ecosystem of microbes that live within our guts. Now, if we don't know this, we're learning it tonight. Within our bodies are these ecosystems, especially inside our gut. So in our digestive system, we have these organisms that live there that help us. We literally have bacteria in our digestive system that are good for us. When we take antibiotics, it is because there's bacteria that do the opposite. They're not good for us. The thing is, antibiotics are impartial. It's like chemotherapy. Chemotherapy doesn't know which cell is a cancer cell different from a healthy cell. Chemotherapy just kills cells. Antibiotics just kill bacteria. It's what it is designed to do. And there's nothing wrong with that. Now, research shows that antibiotic use can temporarily alter the gut microbiome and in some cases may increase the risk of digestive issues such as antibiotic-associated diarrhea and IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. As a result, many people consider taking probiotics to help support gut health during or after a course of antibiotics. And to better understand how to use probiotics effectively and whether they're even necessary, what Eating Well did was talk to some gastroenterologists because they should be in the know, right? So they asked them about the do's, the don'ts, and the best practices for combining probiotics with antibiotics. And we're going to get into what they said in a minute. But before we do that, we're going to take a quick little break. So you kind of can get yourself in your comfy chair and get your little notepads if you want to take notes. Hey, the broadcast is always there. You don't really need to take notes. Just come back to it. Watch it as many times as you choose, right? But of course, you can call somebody, anybody, everybody. They all work for me. I'm fine with it. If you want to call me, you can do that too. 773-789-STEW. That's the number to use. 773-789-7839. But I want to quickly remind you that the audiobook is available for everyone. The audiobook is titled Empowered: Essential Concepts and Strategies Every Woman Should Know About Self-Defense. It is authored by Jonathan Field, narrated by yours truly, Kevin Stew, and is available on Audible. Of course, if you can't find it there really easy, go to kevinstew.com, click on the book cover that is on the website. It takes you to where you need to be to download your copy of of Empowered. I learned so much as I narrated it. You will learn a lot from listening to it. I guarantee it. So go ahead and get your copy today. You will not be disappointed. Empowered: Essential Concepts and Strategies Every Woman Should Know About Self-Defense.
On October 28th, Melissa, a Category 5 hurricane, turned her wrath upon our homeland, Jamaica. In the aftermath, thousands of homes were destroyed, lives, pets, and livestock were lost, and dreams and hopes dashed. Resilient as we Jamaicans are known to be, our brothers and sisters on the island need our help now. To this end, the One Jamaica Legal Defense Foundation, OJLDF, has launched its official fundraiser. Please donate generously at ojldf.net. We are depending on each and every one of you to get the most needed supplies to our people at home. Go to ojldf.net. That's ojldf.net and hit the donate button today. Thank you.
Get your Miracle Fire Rub for all joint pain, poor circulation, inflammation, and other aches and pain. Rub it on, the pain is gone. Rub it twice, then you feel nice. Miracle Fire Rub is all natural, all herbal with no side effects. Order yours today, 876-808-5903 or call 876-372-1366. Miracle Fire Rub. Rub it on, pain is gone. Rub it twice, then you feel nice.
Imagine having our own Caribbean Center.
Imagine a museum highlighting our history and the contributions of Caribbean people to the world.
Imagine being able to visit and learn about the islands we call home.
In a place where our kids can see and feel their cultural heritage.
Your contribution to Island Space Caribbean Museum will help this dream come true.
Visit islandspacefl.org/GoFundMe
and donate today.
Celebrate reggae and world music's biggest night of honor, the 43rd Annual International Reggae and World Music Awards, Arama, featuring and honoring the best of reggae and world music entertainers. Include the legendary Burning Spear with the Lifetime Master of Reggae and World Music Cultural Honor, Sunday, May 17th, 2026 at the Lauderhill Performing Arts Center, Lauderhill, Florida. Red carpet arrival with glitz, glamour, camera, and action at 6 p.m. Seats are limited. Fans are voting and getting early VIP tickets and hotel package at www.arama.com. Sponsored by Broward County, Florida Cultural Division, VP Records, Reggae Festival Guide, and this station and others. Powered by Martins International, bringing nations together through music and culture. 8779 Reggae.
Yes. Akar Mantino, I'm making notes right now. You are locked in to DJ Kevin Stew on the night shift.
Where I say, Lady G, you ready for me?
Oh, you mean if me ready? You better make sure say you ready, Mr. Loving dear. You did a follow back on me, PP clock. I talk about how much you want the work. Well, tonight, no more waiting. Got me in the mood for the love making. Me fit and me ready to run the marathon with the adventurous, energetic man. So baby, before we start the action, you better answer me question.
What's that?
You eat?
You cook?
Oh, you fi answer question with question. You eat?
You cook? Me just want make sure me not answer you wrong.
You eat?
You cook?
Whether me cook or not, that's beside the point. You eat?
You cook? If I cook food, me will take a little bite.
Alright.
Baby love, from you ask me that question, you really care about me nutrition?
Yes, ma'am.
Me know you no want a malnourished man, cause malnourished man can't wine too long. Me one time girlfriend used to tell me, you can't make love on hungry belly. That love making interlude, me love it like cooked food. But from me coming out the house, me no smell no cooking. What? Nothing nah go on round a kitchen. Yo, me no join the fast food thing. Me love the real good home cooking.
Well, me glad to hear say I know me alone. Won't believe every man shoulda eat at home. Some man have a eating problem. Me need to know if you are one of them. You eat?
You cook?
Oh, you fi answer question with question. You eat?
You cook? Me just want make sure me not answer you wrong.
You eat?
You cook?
Whether me cook or not, that's beside the point. You eat?
You cook? If I cook food, me will take a little bite. Grow what you eat what you grow. You never hear government say so. Me willing to go with the flow, but me a stick to food when me know. What I eat, I can disclose it. I knows it cause I grows it.
You knows it cause you grows it.
I knows it cause I grows it.
My youth, you go eat or not?
Doctor say me not fi fool round the fat.
So you want eat something when no fat?
If a something where you cook up in a pot.
You ready fi eat or what?
Too much fat would a cause blood clot.
You want sample, they must come back.
If I cook food, me not that.
Man fi eat, catch up your stomach. Who not eat, them can't do no work. Man fi eat, it necessary. You can't make love on hungry belly. You eat,
you cook.
You still a answer question with question. You eat,
you cook. Me still want make sure me not answer you wrong.
You eat,
you cook.
Whether me cook or not, that's beside the point. You eat,
you cook. If I cook food, me will take a little bite. Right now, bad man, no inna the eating thing. As you see me, gimme straight daggering. Me no kin teeth when daggering sweet. Me no have no time to stop and eat.
You did a follow back on me, PP clock. I talk about how much you want the work. Well, tonight, no more waiting. Cause me in the mood for the love making. Me fit and me ready to run the marathon with the adventurous, energetic man. So baby, before we start the action, you better answer me question. You eat?
You cook?
Oh, you
Big question. Lady G, loving there.
You eat?
You cook? Me just want.
It's simply called you eat, you cook.
You eat?
You cook?
$1 million questions for some.
That's beside the point.
So since we're talking about antibiotics and gut health and all, of course we have to talk about eating or cooking or consuming something. Because it affects the gut, right? Digestive system. And if there's one thing that we definitely want to take away from tonight, it's the understanding that our gut health dictates our overall health. If we didn't know that before, then we're learning that tonight. And so a lot of our health issues and a lot of our, what should I say, a lot of our cures are related to the health of our gut biome. So how does antibiotics affect the gut biome? Well, the majority of antibiotics are broad spectrum, meaning they don't discriminate between good and bad bacteria. Now, although antibiotics can eliminate harmful bacteria in the body, they can also destroy beneficial bacteria in the digestive system, according to Peyton Brukim, MD, and this disruption can lead to unbalanced microbiome, also known as gut dysbiosis. Now, there's this one person, that is one reason that diarrhea, bloating, cramping, and stomach upset are so common during or after a course of antibiotics, according to Jason Kornblit, who is also an MD. Now, Brukim and Kornblit also note that antibiotics can increase the risk of certain gut infections, such as Clostridioides difficile, or C. diff, and that it often takes weeks or even months for the gut microbiome to recover from just one course of antibiotics. But that kind of sounds grim and gloomy, right? There's a light at the end of the tunnel. There's a silver lining behind the dark cloud. Good news. And that is some negative side effects caused by antibiotics may be managed with probiotics. Kornblit points to research that suggests probiotics may help prevent antibiotic-associated diarrhea, as well as diarrhea related to C. diff infection, specifically in people taking antibiotics. Now, there's an emphasis that the research is still evolving and doesn't guarantee effectiveness. Probiotics may help some people, especially those who are prone to antibiotic-associated diarrhea, but they are not a cure-all, and they do not fully restore that microbiome. More research is needed to determine which strains, doses, treatment, duration, all of these are most effective, if any are. In other words, the benefit of taking a probiotic during or after antibiotic treatment can vary widely from person to person. And this highlights the importance of individualized guidance from a healthcare provider. There isn't a silver bullet, a one-size-fits-all kind of a thing. No, that's not what you get. So be mindful and pay attention to how antibiotics affect you. Hey, cuz, how you doing? Now, while certain probiotic supplements may help some individuals, the foods you eat can play a key role in supporting gut health. While supplements can be helpful, that is the key to gut health, according to Berukim. Foods rich in prebiotics and probiotics are especially important. Now, prebiotics are plant fibers that act as food for beneficial gut bacteria, helping them to grow and thrive. These are your prebiotics, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. Probiotics, on the other hand, are live microorganisms found in certain foods and supplements that may offer health benefits. Getting your probiotics from whole food sources instead of supplements is often best, according to Pratima Dibba, who is also an MD. Gastroenterologists commonly recommend eating prebiotic fiber-rich foods such as fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, and whole grains. For probiotics, you want to look for fermented foods such as yogurt with live active cultures, kefir, sauerkraut, unpasteurized and vinegar-free, kimchi, miso, and pickles. Now, if you choose to take a probiotic supplement, timing may matter. Some research suggests starting within 2 days of your first antibiotic dose may be more beneficial than waiting. Probiotics should be taken at least 1 to 2 hours before or after the antibiotics so they are not killed off. But this isn't an exact rule, according to Berukim. There's a recommendation to avoid acting like there is a magic spacing rule, such as exactly 1 hour, because the evidence is not that precise, according to Kornblit. Now, the bigger message, the part that you really want to pay attention to, is to start early if you're going to use one, and separate it from the antibiotic dose. Start your probiotic early. Separate it from your antibiotics. So what is it that you want to look for when looking for a probiotic supplement? Because, again, not all probiotics are created equal. And you don't have a one-size-fits-all. So there are some pro tips as it relates to probiotics. Look for independent testing to ensure what's on the label is what's inside the bottle. Choose brands that undergo independent or third-party testing. Why? Because it makes a difference. Pick the right strains. You want to make sure that you understand the types of probiotic strains, according to Rusha Shah, another MD. Kornblit recommends choosing specific genera species and strains that have been studied for the concern that you're trying to address. Again, no one size fits all, but you have some types of probiotics that are related to some types of bacteria. Like your Lactobacillus rhamnosus, GG, and your Saccharomyces boulardii. These are among the most well-researched for antibiotic-associated diarrhea and dysbiosis. So first you want to look for those. Then you want to consider your potency. Follow storage instructions carefully because these are live organisms. And some products lose potency over time. So the suggestion here is choosing products that list colony forming units, CFUs, at the end of shelf life rather than at the time of manufacture. So again, because they're live organisms, you don't want them losing life before it is that you're needing them. So when it comes closer to the end of life, they should be really potent. More is not always better. A higher number of strains of CFUs doesn't necessarily mean a probiotic that is more effective. A supplement that promises 10 to 15 strains may not be as strong as 1 or 2 good quality strains, according to Shah. Do talk to your healthcare provider before starting a probiotic to ensure it is appropriate for your needs, especially if you have underlying health conditions and you are experiencing side effects from antibiotics. you definitely want to get professional advice. Now, one thing we want to remember is that antibiotics can disrupt the balance of bacteria in your gut, and certain probiotics may help to reduce the risk of antibiotic-associated diarrhea, especially when started early in the treatment, and if they're taken a few hours apart from the antibiotic dose. Now, with that said, probiotic supplements are not necessary for everyone, nor are they helpful for everyone during or after antibiotic use. And in many cases, eating a diet rich in prebiotics and fermented foods is a safe and effective way to support a healthy gut microbiome. So, with that in mind, we have learned that probiotics are live beneficial microorganisms, simply called good bacteria. Yeah? And these help to improve gut health and boost the immune system, and they aid in digestion. So probiotics are something that we should be keeping as a part of our diet. We don't have to go crazy with it. You eat a yogurt here or there, you have some kefir, you might have some fermented veggies, your sauerkraut. Some people like sauerkraut, and they would have it on like hot dogs. Pickles, kimchi. For those who are into kombucha, that's a probiotic. Certain cheeses, probiotics. Sourdough bread, probiotics. So if these are regular parts of your diet, and regular doesn't necessarily mean every day. It could just be every so often, every week, maybe. But as long as they're a part of your diet, then you are on the right path. Now, we were introduced to prebiotics. And basically, how do I want to take this? Okay, so the Mayo Clinic had put out an article. Probiotics and prebiotics, what are they? We learned that probiotics are living organisms. Prebiotics are parts of food the body doesn't digest, but that may be used by microorganisms. So your prebiotics may trigger the growth of good germs in the gut, your good bacteria in the gut. They are mainly in high fiber foods. Probiotics and prebiotics are added to some foods and come in the form of dietary supplements. And when mixed, let me introduce you to another biotic. When mixed, your probiotics and your prebiotics, this is now called synbiotics. SYN biotics. Now, I don't know how many of you guys listening are familiar with synbiotics. We're going to talk about it in a little bit. But researchers continue to look for a link between gut microorganisms and health conditions. And this includes conditions such as allergies, diabetes, obesity, depression, irritable bowel syndrome, and dental cavities and gum disease. Interestingly enough, your gum health can actually lead to heart health. So it may seem weird. I may need to revisit that, but it's just because it was mentioned in this that I remember that. So I just wanted to make that quick note. But again, our gut health helps to dictate our overall health. So if we're not eating right, then for the most part, we're not going to be living right. We won't be at our optimum, we won't be as healthy. Now, it's not just eating, of course. There are other things that come into play as a part of our lifestyle and maintaining a healthy lifestyle. But yes, your gut health is a big part of it. Side effects from probiotics and prebiotics seem to be rare. Most adults who do not have health concerns can safely add foods that have prebiotics and probiotics to their diets. So, what are some of these prebiotic foods that you should eat? Extensive list, I should warn you. Chicory root is one of them. Approximately 68% of chicory root fiber comes from the prebiotic fiber inulin, which is a compound that helps to improve digestion and bowel function and helps to relieve constipation. Chicory root. Then you have dandelion greens, and you've heard Mama Rose talk about some of these herbs and supplements. Well, some of these herbs that she uses to make supplements and dietary aids. Dandelion greens, the greens of dandelion flowers, can be cooked or consumed raw, and they contain fiber, a high portion of which also comes from inulin. There's Jerusalem artichoke, also known as sunroot, sunchoke, or earth apple, and it's a part of the sunflower family. It contains inulin-rich dietary fiber. Along with its other benefits, inulin helps increase the friendly bacteria in your colon, promoting greater digestive health, and it can also aid in the absorption of minerals in your large intestine. For those who are not really sure of what intestines do, when you eat, the intestine helps to absorb the minerals and the supplements and the good stuff from your food, basically. The intestines help to extract that from the food as it pushes the food through your digestive tract to the point of excretion. Garlic is also on this list. Garlic is a flavorful herb linked to various health benefits, and it acts as a prebiotic by promoting the growth of beneficial bifidobacteria in the gut. It also helps disease-promoting bacteria from growing. So, your garlic should be a part of your dietary supplement or a part of your regular diet. Onions, they have a whole slew of health benefits along with garlic, because garlic also helps with your blood pressure, right? Rich in inulin also. And FOS, which is fructooligosaccharides, which is a type of carbohydrate that helps to strengthen the gut flora and helps with fat breakdown. If you don't have onions in your diet, consider adding it today. Today, not tomorrow, today. Leeks come from the same family as onions and garlic, and they offer similar health benefits. Leeks are nutrient dense, which means they are low in calories, but high in vitamins and minerals. Thanks to their inulin content, leeks promote healthy gut bacteria and help to break down fat. Asparagus. Not many people I know enjoy asparagus, but it's a popular vegetable and also a great source of prebiotics. and like other foods on the list, naturally contains inulin. One famous one. Just about everybody, okay, most people enjoy them. Bananas contain some inulin, and green bananas are high in resistant starch, which has prebiotic effects. In addition, bananas contain a variety of other compounds which are beneficial to health. How many people eat the banana skin, the green banana skin? When you boil bananas, how many of you actually eat the green banana skin? How many of you knew that you could eat the green banana skin? Yes, that's another question. 773-789-STEW. Let me hear from some of you guys. Shoot me a text, shoot me a WhatsApp, shoot me a Telegram. Just as long as you're shooting messages, I'm good with it. Maybe I shouldn't use word shoot in light of recent activities. So send me a message and let me know about the banana skin thing. Barley is also on the list, and it contains beta-glucan, which is a prebiotic fiber. And it has been shown to lower total LDL, which is your bad cholesterol, quote unquote, and reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease. And it can also help to lower blood sugar levels. Barley. Oats, up there in the list, up there in the top 10 on this list. I don't know if it's in any particular order, but it's there. Whole oats are a healthy grain with prebiotic benefits. Like barley, they contain beta-glucan fiber as well as resistant starch. Oats also contain phytochemicals that act as prebiotics. Research also suggests that in addition to their prebiotic properties and their positive impact on healthy gut bacteria, they also have other health benefits such as helping to lower cholesterol. So who doesn't like some good oats? Apples. You know, they say an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Apples. They contain pectin, which is a soluble fiber with prebiotic benefits. This is probably why. Pectin increases butyrate, a short-chain fatty acid that feeds beneficial gut bacteria and decreases the population of harmful bacteria. However, more research is needed to fully explore the benefits of pectin in humans. But here's the thing. We have learned over time that an apple a day keeps the doctor away, so it must be doing something good. Yes? Yes. Konjac root. I've never heard of konjac root, but it's also known as elephant yam. So if you know elephant yam, that's what konjac root is. And like most of the yams, it's grown underground. I don't know of any yam that is not grown underground. So it's grown like a potato. And flour made from this tuber contains 70 to 90% of highly viscous dietary fiber called glucomannan fiber, which can act as a prebiotic by promoting the growth of good gut bacteria. And it has some other health benefits as well. But konjac root, never heard of that one. Cocoa, as in cocoa beans, yeah. The ones that you use to make chocolate, or as we would often call it, chocolate tea. It is easy to add to cocoa, to oatmeal, smoothies, yogurt, and other recipes. It's a rich source of polyphenols, such as flavonols, which exert antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects. And these compounds help grow beneficial gut bacteria while reducing growth of harmful bacteria. There's burdock root, commonly used in Japan and has proven health benefits. Not that cocoa doesn't, not that an apple doesn't, but for some reason, they mentioned burdock root, which is also rich in inulin and FOS, which supports the growth of healthy bacteria in the digestive tract. And it also contains phenolic compounds. Now, the FOS is what we looked at earlier as what's it called? I forgot it now and I can't find it. But anyway, FOS is one of those things that is good for you. Flaxseed, prebiotics, good for you. Yacon root, not familiar with that one either, but it's very similar to sweet potato, rich in fiber. Jicama root, low in calories, high in fiber, including prebiotic fiber inulin. I'm not familiar with jicama root either. Then there's wheat bran. And the outer layer of the whole wheat grain is basically what is known as wheat bran. And it contains a special type of fiber made of arabinoxylan oligosaccharides. Arabinoxylan oligosaccharides, or AXOS. In animal research, AXOS fiber from wheat bran has been shown to boost healthy bifidobacteria in the gut. Not sure which animals they practiced that on, they tested that on, but it has been shown to be beneficial. Seaweed. Some good Irish moss is always welcomed. It's a form of marine algae, your seaweed, and it's rich in prebiotics. You might notice that some of the largest animals in the ocean consume seaweed. So if it's good for them, then it can't be too bad for us. Kind of like grass, but you won't see us eating grass. Yeah, we that doesn't work for us. But seaweed, that seems to have some good effects. Lastly, but by no means leastly on this list, is avocado. What we in Jamaica call pear. And the avocados, research suggests that eating them regularly can help to decrease the levels of bile acids in the feces and increase levels of healthy fatty acids and short-chain fatty acids and lead to higher presence of good bacteria. So, what's the bottom line here? Prebiotics are foods high in special types of fiber that support digestive health. They promote the increase of friendly bacteria in the gut, which help with various digestive problems and even boost the immune system. Why? Because our gut health dictates our overall health. Cannot be stressed enough. And the recommendation is that if you don't have some of these foods in your diet, get it. Introduce it and start consuming them regularly. Avocados are one of the things that I didn't consume a lot of growing up. Now, if it is around, I want it. Hey, go figure. So nobody else has eaten the skin of the green banana after they cook it? I can tell you, I've done it. And it's, again, here it is, something that I learned later in life. I was going to say late in life. I'm not that late in my life. But something I learned as an adult, that people eat the green banana skin when they cook it. So now, when I have green bananas cooked at home, I want it with the skin. And so when I would eat 3 or 4 bananas without the skin, I only eat 2 when it has the skin, because it's really filling. And, well, it's good for you. Just one of those things I'd like to toss in there. We're going to take another quick little break. When we come back, we'll talk some more, and more specifically about symbiotics. And I'll squeeze in towards the end postbiotics. Yep, you got prebiotics, you got postbiotics too. So stick around, because it's a little bit something more for you later on. We'll be right back after these messages.
Global Digital Records, your gateway to the world stage. Music production to music rights and royalty administration. An exclusive radio promotion through the Global Digital Radio Syndicate. We don't just play your music, we position it. Broadcasting across multiple stations, reaching audiences worldwide. Contact globaldigitalrecords.com or call 954-998-8034, where your music meets the world.
Well, here it is. The Foundation Radio Network app is now available for Android and iPhones for free. Yes, you heard correctly. Just go to your Google Play Store or your Apple App Store and download the Foundation Radio Network. Big people music with the young in mind. Now you can carry the Foundation Radio Network around with you wherever you go without ever missing a beat. Listen to Clinton Lindsay Mondays through Fridays, 12 noon till 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tony Ryan Monday through Thursdays at 5 p.m. Marlon Burrell Mondays and Wednesdays, 7 p.m. Kevin Stew Mondays through Wednesday at 10 p.m. And T-Rob Saturday mornings at 8 a.m. Check out Reason with Rattigan Saturdays at 3 p.m. Homegrown with G. Cole Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Hillsman comes to you Sundays and Thursdays at 9 p.m. and Brother Mitch Mondays through Fridays at 7 a.m. And check out the Foundation Radio Network Top 30 Countdowns on Fridays at 2 p.m. And don't forget to subscribe to Clinton Lindsay's YouTube channel at Clinton Lindsay Official. And cut. What are you doing, dude? You tell me somebody can direct the thing. I did not. Foundation. People just get the app.
It's reggae and world music's biggest night of honor, the 43rd Annual International Reggae and World Music Awards IRAMA, featuring and honoring the best of entertainers 2025 at the Coral Springs Center for the Arts, South Florida, Sunday, May 17th, 2026, with a celebrity red carpet arrival at 6 p.m. The nominations are in. Vote, secure early tickets, become a sponsor or more at www.irama.com or www.thecentercs.com. Sponsored by Tough Gong International, VP Records, Reggae Festival Guide, Elite Chauffeurs Florida, and Rhythm FM. Powered by Martins International, bringing nations together through music and culture.
Hey, I'm representing for DJ Kevin Stew, working on the night shift, the night shift radio show. Won't go changing like the weather, just to please the devil never. Will DJ Kevin Stew sell his soul? That's a word and honor. It's Christianity representing word and honor. Celestia DJ Kevin Stew.
I think you only get a minute, better live while you're in it, 'cause it's gone in a blink. And the older I get, truer it is. It's the people you love, not the money and stuff that makes you rich. got your back. And the older I get, better I am at knowing when to give and when to just not give a damn. And if they found a fountain of youth, I wouldn't drink a drop. That's the truth. Funny how it feels, I'm just getting to my best years yet. The older I get.
Music from the late, great Ernie Smith. Bringing us back from the break, track called The Older I Get. And I want to, for those of you who are in South Florida, let me go ahead and do this shameless plug for this event coming up on Friday in memory of Ernie Smith, celebrating the life of the legendary Ernie Smith, happening on Friday the 1st of May, happening at La Veranda down in Sunrise, La Veranda Restaurant and Bar. The Lee Kelly and the All-Star Band will be live, performing live at the event. Come on out. It's great music. It's good food. They do have really good food down there at La Veranda. Drinks on sale, good vibes. Come on out. It's at 8320 West Sunrise Boulevard in Sunrise, Florida. Come on out, come on out. Let's have a good time together. I'm going to pass through there. And doors, well, event starts at 8. It's a restaurant, so the doors will be open before that. But the event itself starts at 8 o'clock on Friday, the 1st of May. On the 16th of May is the farewell celebration for Ernie Smith. That is the going home service. And that is also happening. That's happening down in Davie. So more news about that to come. And the funeral service happening in Davie, the repast happening in Hollywood. If you're in South Florida and you want to say a final farewell at any of these events, you are welcome. Definitely welcome. Welcome back to the broadcast. Speaking of being welcome, we're talking about biotics tonight. And we looked at antibiotics, we looked at probiotics, we looked at prebiotics. And we looked at pre and probiotics together which gives you symbiotics. And to talk a little bit more about that, the idea behind symbiotics is that the prebiotics help the probiotics survive in the intestines. Again, the probiotics help the gut bacteria. The prebiotics are the non-digestible fibers that help the bacteria to grow. You can get symbiotics as supplements in foods, in supplements or in foods. And researchers have added them to things like pasta and some beverages, to some candy, to yogurt. Some of the health benefits of symbiotics, scientists believe they help to reduce gut inflammation and relieve symptoms of IBD, the inflammatory bowel disease. Traveler's diarrhea, which is what you get when you drink food and water contaminated with bacteria, viruses, and parasites. And this is usually what happens when you visit somewhere outside of where you normally live that don't have great sanitary practices. Causes cramps, diarrhea, and symbiotics can help to prevent that. People with lactose intolerance have symptoms like bloating, diarrhea, stomach pains, and gas after eating or drinking dairy. And that's because they can't properly digest a particular sugar found in milk. That sugar is lactose. And studies have shown that symbiotics could reduce these symptoms. The combination of prebiotics and probiotics may benefit your immune system, and more research is said to be needed for this as it relates to this, according to WebMD. But studies have found that symbiotics improved the immune function in rats. And a lot of the science that has been beneficial to humans have been lab tests with rats. Now, apparently, us and rats are not that far apart. In fact, I know some people that you could pretty much call them rats, but that's for another broadcast. Now, while lab studies have indicated that symbiotics may offer many benefits, the emphasis is that there needs to be more research to be definitive. And scientists also face some challenges in getting these symbiotics to consumers. They need to figure out how to keep the probiotics alive while they're on the shelf. And they also need to find a way to ensure products actually contain enough live probiotics to be helpful. Again, your symbiotics are your probiotics and your prebiotics combined. Now, to wrap this all together in a neat little package, you now have, well, not that you now have, but there's also in the mix one that is not talked about that often. And if it is talked about, I don't hear it. It's your postbiotics. And these are functional bioactive compounds produced by probiotic bacteria or your inactivated microorganisms and their components that provide health benefits to the host, particularly regarding gut health, immune system strengthening, and reducing inflammation. Now, they include short-chain fatty acids, vitamins, and antimicrobial peptides, often found in fermented foods or as supplements. How do they work? Unlike probiotics, your live bacteria, prebiotics, the food for the bacteria, your postbiotics are the waste or inactive byproduct left behind after bacteria consumes the prebiotics. And so they act differently on the gut environment, enhancing immunity and preventing the growth of harmful bacteria. You know, when they talk about not wasting anything or everything being used to its maximum, this is it. This is what they're talking about. And so here you have this in real life happening inside our guts in order to make us healthier. Research suggests that your postbiotics improve stool consistency, reduce diarrhea duration in children, manage IBS symptoms, improve skin health, and help with immune response. Where do you find these postbiotics? Well, some of the same places you find your probiotics: kefir, tempeh, kimchi, sauerkraut, fermented milk-based beverages, which would probably be your yogurts. Postbiotics generally include cell-free supernatrants, inactivated microbial cells, that being your heat-killed bacteria, and cell fractions or cell wall components. What are your possible side effects or potential side effects of postbiotics? Well, they're considered very safe and stable, and often safer than probiotics for individuals with weakened immune systems. However, as with any dietary change, people with highly sensitive systems should exercise caution, just like with anything else. Take it with a bit of care. Now, while probiotics introduce live beneficial bacteria, postbiotics provide the beneficial compounds directly, removing the need for the bacteria to be alive, which increases stability and shelf life. So, your probiotics and your probiotics are needed to be cared for or treated with a lot more care because they're live bacteria. Good bacteria, but live. Your postbiotics are the waste that the probiotics leave behind, that the bacteria leaves behind after consuming your probiotics and your prebiotics. It's how the biotics world works. I have found it to be very fascinating. And it is so simple. Essentially, nothing is wasted. So the good bacteria gets the fiber, they consume the fiber, and their waste is still good for the body to use. It's the bad bacteria that we need to worry about. But the good bacteria, they have it down. So once we have our gut flora working right, then all is well. Now we can understand why it is that our gut health dictates our overall health, because once the good bacteria is working, once that gut is healthy, our immune system now becomes healthier. You see how that works? So, if you have been one of those individuals that when it comes to your diet and taking care of your gut health, it is like, whatever. I eat what I want, when I want, how I want, because I live to eat versus eat to live. You might want to reconsider that. Yeah? Start looking at how can I eat so that my food is my medicine. That way, I get to enjoy what I'm eating, enjoy the benefits of what I'm eating, and not have to waste time going to a doctor getting medication, including antibiotics that could cause some harmful effects to our gut health, and live longer, more fulfilling lives. Because if you're healthy, then all is well, right? I would think so. So, tonight we looked at our biotics, the antibiotics, the probiotics, the prebiotics, the symbiotics, which is your prebiotics and probiotics together, and your postbiotics, which are, I can say I've never heard anybody talk about postbiotics. Really and truly. If you've heard anybody talk about postbiotics, please let me know where you've heard it, and if you can send me that material, I would love to have it. But yes, postbiotics, they exist. It's not just pro or prebiotics. You have your postbiotics. Because, you know, if you have your pre, you must have your post. Your before and your end. Yeah? Makes sense. And so, your symbiotics is when you put your pre and your probiotics together. Your antibiotics is what you use to kill the bad bacteria. All the other biotics help to support your good bacteria. See how that works? I knew you would get it. And so, now I feel great moving off into musical therapy. Why? Because we've got our biotics. So we should be good. Kicking it off with some new music. This becomes available tomorrow. It's G. Cole. The track is called There Goes That Man. His tribute to Ernie Smith.
The coolest of people that I've ever known. And if you knew this man, you'd love him too. He had that aura you only find in a few. There goes that man. Oh, there goes that man. Yeah. There goes that man, he's flying away, but I got a feeling I'm gonna see him someday. See, there goes that man, he's flying through space, and even in pain, he's got a smile on his face. Oh, there goes that man.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ernie Smith.
When I went to do my first recording, they asked me, you know, what is my name? I said Glenroy Smith. I said, no man, that won't look terrible on an album cover.
I don't know where souls go when they leave this earth, but I've been told it's lovely there. And I'd imagine it'd be endless fields of golden green, trees growing everywhere.
we'd laugh and say, one day we're gonna slow this thing. But you were always moving, always chasing a dream.
This is Joanna Marie, and it's all about DJ Kevin Stew on the night shift. You feel for some stew? Check out Kevin Stew.
Backstage quiet while you answer the call. You carried stories on the music could too.
This is Miss Joanna Marie
Made hard times sound like a spell.
with her tribute to Ernie.
So walk good, my friend, don't you worry about me. I'm standing strong in the place I should be. All of the hits, every word, every song, still living right here.
It's called Walk Good, My Friend.
I'm good where I stand, but a piece of my heart gon' travel with you, my friend. So walk good wherever you be. You left your life right here with me. You remember the night when the crowd sang loud and you stepped off the stage just smiling proud. No fuss, no noise, just a nod and a grin like you knew every soul that you were singing to then. You never begged for the world to see. You just sang true and it came naturally. And I watch you give what you had inside. No act, no mask, just you and your pride. So walk good, my friend, don't you worry about me. I'm standing firm in the space you have me play. Every lesson, every road that we knew still echo in everything I do. And I'm good where I stand. But a piece of my heart gon' travel with you, my friend. So walk good wherever you be. You left your life right here with me. Now you don't feel quiet, but I understand. Every journey got a place where it lands. And I won't hold you back, I'll just lift you in song. Past the love we felt still carry me on. So what good, my friend? Walk good, my friend. Till we meet again. And I'm good, yeah, I'm good where I stand. But a piece of my heart gotta travel with you, my friend.
Running came with heavy shoes. Bills on the table, cracked your news. You've been carrying too much pain, like a storm that forgot its name. I saw the fear in your eyes. Still you smiled and said I'm fine. But I know that tired side. Baby, it's all gonna turn out right. Take my hand, breathe slow. Don't let that worry take control. One step and another. We rise together, we rise together. Everything gonna be alright. Everything gonna be alright. Hold on close, stay in the light. Everything gonna be alright. Everything gonna be alright. Everything gonna
from Coconut Roots. It's called Everything Gonna Be Alright.
Drum under your feet. I'll be the road when you can't see, and when your sea feel low, and my love be the afterglow. We've been through fire, we've been through floods. Still we rise, still we low. Everything gonna be alright. Everything gonna be alright. Hold on close, stay in the light. Everything gonna be alright. Everything gonna be alright. Everything gonna be alright by the end of this night. Everything gonna be alright. Everything gonna be alright. Tell your heart.
Would the way, would the way, would the way. Well, here I am on the outside, watching this day go by. When here comes this man, and he began to cry. He said, "Is there anything that you got me to do, miss? And I would do it for food."
This is music from Annette Brissett.
Some children who I'm gonna feed them too.
It's called Hanging On.
Gonna be the line, hanging on. I'm in the line, hanging strong. I'm in the line, yeah, yeah. Hanging on. Gonna be the line, hanging on. Uptown and we're still hanging on. From the ghetto when we came real strong. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, yesterday has come and gone. Tomorrow soon come. Some will be working still until the sun it goes down. While some have got nothing to do, they will be passing through. Uptown, downtown, some of them they and they too. On a middle line, hanging on. On a middle line, hanging strong. On a middle line, hanging on. Myself, listen to man. On a middle line and I'm hanging on. I'm uptown and I'm hanging on still. From the ghetto and I'm hanging
This is Panama. It's called Language of Love.
Language of love is all I know. This Nubian queen knocks me off my feet. Language she knows just ain't stopping me. Take my hand, feel as my touch speaks. Got this feeling, baby, you're my queen. 'Cause the language she knows can't stop what I feel. The language of love will seal the deal. The language she knows can't stop what I feel. The language of love will seal the deal. Empress love, come share my throne. Let me touch you with a little song. Let me live right inside your home. Side by side, right where you belong. 'Cause the language she knows can't stop what I feel. The language of love will seal the deal. The language she knows can't stop what I feel. The language of love will seal the deal. Listen close to this song of love. Give you chills with one little touch. Kiss your lips, that's enough. Hold your waist tight till your sweat runs. 'Cause the language she knows can't count what I feel. The language of love will seal the deal. The language she knows can't stop what I feel. The language of love will seal the deal. Can't stop it, can't stop it, can't stop it. Two as one, such a perfect love. I am the earth, and you are my sun. With your love, watch me as I grow. Words we know, languages of love. 'Cause the language she knows can't stop what I feel. The language of love will seal the deal. The language she knows can't stop what I feel. The language of love.
Cesar again. If you've ever been alone without love and affection, then I'm sure you know the way it can affect you. You're one of the lucky you, when you find someone to love you. Let me tell you what to do. You cherish and adore them, yeah. 'Cause when you got love, keep it real safe, yeah. Treat it like a treasure every day. 'Cause when you got love, never you waste it. Don't throw it
DJ Kevin
away.
Stew, our
When
man
you
is on
got
respect
love.
to you, cause you are carry the music and the culture right through. Big up yourself, Cesar says so. Bless.
Ooh, yeah, yeah.
Music from Cesar. It's called When You've Got Love. If there's one thing we have around here, it's enough love.
If you've ever been alone without love and it like a treasure every day. Cause when you got love, never you waste it. Don't throw it all away. When you got love, keep it real safe. Hey, treat it like a treasure every day. Cause when you got love, never you waste it. Don't throw it all away. Life is hard at times, and relationships ain't easy. And sometimes you might get into disagreements. Don't let the quarrel be a fight. Don't let the anger come between you. Just put down your pride and let love in to heal you. Cause when you got love, keep it real safe. Yeah. Treat it like a treasure every day. Cause when you got love, never you waste it. Don't throw it all away. When you got love, keep it real safe. Yeah. Treat it like a treasure every day. Cause when you got love, never you waste it. Don't throw it all away. When such a is to give and receive, to say, and one day it will leave. I hope you get the message. I hope that you believe me. Such a is, your love is such a. When such a is to give and receive, to say, and one day it will leave. I hope you get the message. I hope that you believe me. Such a is, your love is such a. Come when you got love, keep it real safe. Yeah. Treat it like a treasure every day. Cause when you got love, never you waste it. Don't throw it all away. When you got love, keep it real safe. Yeah. Treat it like a treasure every day. Cause when you got love, never you waste it. Don't throw it all away. Cause when you got love, keep it real safe. Yeah. Treat it like a treasure every day. Cause when you got love, never you waste it. Don't throw it all away. When you got love, keep it real safe. Yeah. Treat it like a treasure every day. Cause when you got love, never you waste it. Don't throw it all away. When you got love, keep it sunshine. Treat it like a treasure every day. Cause when you got love, when you got love.
I know that you've been hurt before, now you wanna blame it all on me. I heard about your past relationship and the damage you did. It's really got you down in me. It's hard to find the words sometimes to express to you how I feel. But I'm at that point in my life where I know what we got is real. Baby, I'll be your lover's rock.
Many of you know him.
Just call on me when you need the support.
This is Isat.
Oh,
Track is called Lover's Rock.
Just call on me when you need me the most. Because I love you, I love you, I love you. Now tell me just how I should feel, knowing that you share my world. You share my world. The little things you do for me makes me feel I don't deserve. I never set out to destroy the woman who carries my dreams. I see you on an emotional high, and I need to set you free.
Christina Alicia.
Love liberation.
It's called Love Liberation.
This is what we've come to share. Make everyone know it. We will stand in unity. Let Babylon beware. No more will we be used to play the fool and push the toil. We know the strength of harmony. We rise above it all. Love liberation. The cure for every nation. Love liberation. The cure for every nation. Division is the enemy, destruction is the sword. You fooled us maybe once before, but you cannot fool no more. This is the song for Jah Army, this is the song for us. Love is our everlasting need. When I and I rise up, liberation.
I want to thank you all for hanging out with me tonight. I hope you learned something about the Biotics. As we part company, I do want to remind you, become members of your community. Your community is not just a development that you live in, but it spreads far and wide.
Politics, religion, and everyone's opinion.
So those that you pass on the bus, the plane, the boat, the train, whether you walk, ride, or drive, these members of your community, do something good for one of them today, because you never know who's going to do something good for you tomorrow. My name is Kevin Steele. This is how I like to do it to you, for you, and with you. Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, kevinsteele.com. And I shift to DJ Kevin Steele. I'm glad you did, G. So I'll catch you live again on Saturday. Looking forward to it. Good morning, good afternoon, good day to you wherever you are in the world, from right here in South Florida. I bid you all a great night. Y'all be good. But you know, if you can't be good, you need to be good at it, right? Yeah, G, one more dance just for you and me. Y'all take care until. Greetings and salutations, one and all. You're invited to tune in to the night shift with DJ Kevin Steele. It airs on Mondays with Community and Finance, Tuesdays with Healthy Love, and Wednesdays with Real Talk from 10 p.m. to midnight Eastern Time. Come spend some time interacting in the stew pot where we keep things bubbling and wind down in musical therapy. The night shift with DJ Kevin Steele is on kevinsteele.com, where you're encouraged to have acceptance through enlightenment.